Hi. Wanted to see if I can get something out and read some more of this number 13 chapter. Issues of this time and place. Survival of the planet, war, government, abortion, child abuse, and the Holocaust. Do not believe for one moment that your birth is an accident, or that your world is bumbling hodgepodge of chaos and confusion. It may seem so from the limited viewpoint of human perspective, but I promise you that all things are in order, and that in good time God's work will become clear to everyone. As the curtain lifts and your awareness expands, you will see your entire planet as a cathedral of light dedicated to God. How nice, huh? Each one of you holds within the scepter of your own infinite power. What is the meaning of these turbulent times? You tend to lose sight of the purpose of life. What better background for introspection, for exploring one's own true beliefs, for following one's own light and sharing it? Then, at times of seeming crisis and peril, what a wondrous backdrop for inner confrontation, for growth. There is much to enlighten, to give hope, and a sense of rightful pride in the process and progress of humanity. This focus on what seems to be eminent in stupidity, finally conquering the world, does a disservice to the whole, but most certainly acts of cruelty, viciousness, childishness will continue to exist as long as your schoolroom exists. Sorry about it. But there's little reason to believe that this is all that humankind consists of. Do not become lost in assuming that your world is a reasonable place. Of course, it is not reasonable. It is a reflection of struggle. Of course, it's not gentle and fair until one rises to the consciousness within your own being that cherishes gentleness and fairness. Is our planet on the edge of destruction? School cannot be dismissed so early. The bell will not ring. Sorry about it. You will not go on the extended vacation that many are seeking by saying, let's get over with it. Man is still so immature that in believing himself powerful enough to obliterate the world, there is a sense of grandiosity that borders on the infantile. This immaturity gravitates to the false promise of absolute power. The negativity extends. There is no such thing in your world as absolute power, even in limited form. Look within yourselves as to where the satisfaction of an Armageddon might be lurking. The inappropriateness of such destruction is self-evident to everyone on your planet. Why then do you suppose it would be less obviously inappropriate to the all-seeing consciousness of love? You have been schooled too severely in the thinking of your human earth, that says that if I am angry at you and you are angry at me, then what must ensue is a raging battle. Pretty much, I guess, yeah. Most of the time, at least in that kind of love. Although there are those who are raging willy-nilly to bring the world to the edge of destruction and beyond, there is also within those same beings the consciousness of light seeking light. Thank you. Through their path, they may seem to be abhorrent. It is, after all, just a path. A path. Your path. Yes, my path. Though I certainly would not say to you, isn't the endless stockpiling of nuclear weapons marvelous? I would say to you, my dears, trust the wisdom of the universe, and trust each being that exists in your human world with you. Oh, that's the hard one right there. Darn, got me there. Totally. Yeah, trust every living being here? Oh my god. Wow, that's a lot to ask for there. Certainly did my best. Alrighty then. Can I just not trust myself and I can trust everybody else to do the right thing? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, where was it? Trust the wisdom of the universe and trust each being that exists in your human world with you. If you who are seeking love and truth cannot rise above the illusion of turmoil, how can those who are locked in be helped? It is you who are empowered through the strength of your love, your commitment to truth, who will bring about the elevation of consciousness of those who are wracked in such fear, and they would destroy the world rather than acknowledge their own terror. The purpose of life is not to be shielded from one another. There's the most intense necessity to learn to love. Even the earth's pollution is a means of learning to care, and that in itself will alter whatever's happening. Just learning to care, and that itself will alter what is happening. Caring is sharing, right? Do not. sorry. Do not wash your hands of the earth. It has many good years left. The human race does not have to be dismissed from its schoolroom through a holocaust. There can be a gentler coming home than the ones that some of you have imagined. But yes, there will come a time, science is quite right, when your planet will dissolve. Not in your lifetimes, but when you have all completed the schooling, the Earth can go home. It will return to light. Don't you think it will have earned it by then? Having been stamped upon, drilled into, hammered at distrusted, toxified shit? Don't you think it deserves a little rest now? I would say so. They already gave it a nap through COVID, right? Fucking. Yeah, I know. Anyway, don't you think it needs a little rest, just as you do, after a long and useful life? Let your physicality go when your time comes. It's earned it. That part of the consciousness deserves to be returned to the light, and so do you. So do you. Look at those eyes there. Rah, 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 rah. Green eyes. You're special and you're loved. Have a good holiday. Be blessed. Happy solstice too.